the sensitive, taking it personal, done with the black.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll see the Colts' towering tight end. He got to the century mark in receiving last week with a pair of scores. It's the Colts and the Ravens, just ahead on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Play action. Now Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stumped at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Well, this defense for the Colts, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And a good push there defensively as they stop them at the 48, gain of just 1. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try to match his athleticism.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers for him from a week ago: 22 carries, 77 yards.
And their success running the ball in the previous game has to give them a lot of confidence, but they also understand going against a top 5 rush defense means you have to have a lot of offense in your game plan. Misdirection, counters, power game, maybe even some quarterback run to take the heat off of the running back.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Ready? Play.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now it's Fields. Over the middle, complete. That's James. They only get 5 out of that quick slant, but that's good enough for a first. The Colts at 6-3 on the year, and they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Rolling to his left. And this one too low.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Fields. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. No score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Reyes. That's complete. Mike Strong with it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
1st and 10, Taylor now. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
To throw on second down. Reyes under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became third and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Odafe Oweh drops him again for the second straight play, and it brings up fourth down. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Jackson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Jackson, off play action. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be a third and about 13.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and 1 timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From just shy of midfield, Fields. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Well, two good plays on this one, Brandon. The first one at the quarterback because the pressure affected his throw, and I think it forced him to throw away from his designated target. And how about the second bit of pressure downfield? Receiver going up for the pass, helping force that incompletion.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. On play action, Fields. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with a Colts. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Well, the Colts ready to go to work to start the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. Here's Fields. James has got it, complete. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And the third down throw that misses the target, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So here are the Colts to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Throwing to start the drive. Reyes. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Operating from the gun, Reyes got an open man. It's Strong, and he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Back to throw. Fields got his man complete over the middle. It's James. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. Again, it's Taylor. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
He finds Pierce. It's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Back to throw. Reyes to the goal line, but it's incomplete. They're looking for a spark defensively. When he went for that ball, probably thought he had a chance at the pick. Now, remember, they had 2 last week in the win. Obviously losing here.
Well, you talked about...
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all total. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. And the Ravens taking the field. And you're still in this game. Yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now it's Jackson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
The offense on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They go to the ground again to Taylor. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts. They got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Taylor, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That makes things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
Second down and goal. Fields. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson, and he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Jackson will throw again. That's taken in by Duvernay. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line. But no reason not to try it there. They do indeed convert on 4th. To throw is Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Back to throw. Fields able to find his man, Woods. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a give to Taylor. 61 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. That one looks like he'll throw here. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor with career touchdown number 70. And the Colts are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Colts, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real